Welcome to the Neighbour Network, the podcast where the unexplained meets the undeniable. We're your hosts. I'm Doomy.
And I'm Bec.
Diving deep into the eerie, the mysterious, and the downright unexplainable.
From ghostly encounters to chilling investigations, we explore the truth behind the stories that send shivers down your spine.
Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, we're here to uncover the secrets lurking in the shadows. So turn down the lights, open your mind, and let's step into the unknown together.
Tonight on the Neighborhood Network, we're diving into one of the creepiest phenomena out there, mimics. Ever heard your name whispered when no one was around? Seen something that looked like a loved one, only to realize that they weren't there?
Mimics are entities that take on familiar forms, imitating voices, faces, and even movements, but with something just slightly off. Are they spirits, creatures from another dimension, or something even more sinister? Let's break down the eerie world of mimics and uncover the truth, if there is one. This is the first time we're doing this podcast together as co-hosts, so this is really exciting.
Very exciting.
It was a lot of fun when we did it the first time around, so I'm really glad to be able to make this, an ongoing thing, and it feels nice to be not crazy alone.
Yeah, exactly. We're crazy together.
That's right. So I think with the term of mimics, now, we didn't talk a whole lot about it before we started recording because I kind of wanted to make sure that everything was fresh. I did kind of mention, though, that I have never encountered a mimic before. I've never really heard a lot about them. From what I understand, they do kind of mimic a familiar voice of yours in your family, or maybe a creature or an animal. I don't really know a whole lot about them, so I'm really looking forward to learning about them, but I don't know. What do you know about mimics?
I haven't had any encounters myself, but I am on Spooky Talk, so, I come across the videos and I've seen them, and they do seem very creepy, so I'm excited to hear more about them. Talk a little bit about them and what other people have had encounters with, and I think it'll be fun and spooky.
So you found us some Reddit stories about mimics, and I thought maybe you'd read the first one and then I'll give the second one a go.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so this is from r/paranormal on Reddit, titled, "I think I have a mimic in my house." So my boyfriend and I have lived in this house for 2 years, and a little while after, I started hearing my boyfriend in the house way after he should have left for work. Example, fridge opening and closing, him walking around in his boots, and sometimes even talking quietly. One day, I got up and checked, and my boyfriend wasn't there, so I went back to bed, only to hear more of it. This isn't my first rodeo, as I've always been around the paranormal, but it caught me a little off guard, to be honest. I have never gotten a bad vibe or feeling off this particular spirit, and it's never really been violent other than knocking a candle off the table once. A couple months ago, I was cooking fish for dinner, and it smelled awful. We had just bought it, and my boyfriend told me that's how they usually smell. He went to lay down because he got a bad headache, and 30 minutes later, I hear him shuffling out of the bedroom and ask what the hell that smell was. I turned around to tell him it was the fish, but there wasn't anyone there. The voice came from right behind me. I told my boyfriend, and he said I was crazy, and then a little empty box was pushed off the counter right in front of him, and he hasn't questioned me about it since. But I heard it whistle for my dog the same way my boyfriend does from the bedroom. Sorry if this is long, I just wanted to tell someone about it. I don't feel scared or in danger, but is this a mimic? That one's, yeah. It does kind of sound like a mimic, especially if it's mimicking her boyfriend's voice from right behind her.
So I wonder if, that is just so cool. I have so many, when I think about that, so the ghost, it is creepy, because that means the ghost is, watching you, or, observing you, or somehow, figures out your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Oh my god, if I heard your voice or Corey's voice behind me and there was nobody there, I probably would never get out of my bed.
Yeah, I would freak the fuck out. I'd be like, we gotta move.
Yeah.
Really?
Yet to experience that, but I still have lots of life to live.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know, and hopefully, we have some videos coming up too. We're gonna be able to actually hear that So that's going to bring out a whole new creepy factor to everything, because I'm thinking about it and how creepy it would be just to hear these voices alone. But I don't know if I'm ready to see it, but I'm gonna be brave. We do have one more story here from the Reddit post that you found. This is from new_debate 3706. This was posted about 1 year ago, and the subject title is, "Have you encountered a mimic?" When I was in college, I went to visit a friend up north and stayed a couple nights in her dorm. She was a ceramics major at the time and was on shift rotation with some other students to take turns watching the big kiln they were using to bake their products. One of those nights, she had to leave at like 12 a.m. and be back at 4 a.m., so I just decided to stay in her dorm to sleep while she went to go do her shift. I wake up to a call at 2 a.m., and it's my friend saying that she's back at the dorm and asking if I could come downstairs to let her in, because she's forgot her keycard. From the window in her dorm, you can just clearly see the front entrance, so I do a quick peek outside just to see her, but the front of the building is completely empty. I'm still on the phone with her, so I ask her where she was, and she replies, "I'm right outside the front door. Hurry up and come down, it's cold." I check my phone, and weirdly enough, it's not even her contact, it's a random number. The whole thing feels off, and I'm still half asleep, and I hang up and go back to sleep. The next morning, when I see my friend in her bed, I tell her I'm glad she made it inside, and I apologize to her for leaving her out there. She looks at me like I'm crazy and says she doesn't know what I'm talking about because she just got in fine with her keycard at like 4:30 a.m. and she saw me there dead asleep. I tell her about the call I got from her last night, and she said it was definitely not her. I would have chalked it up to a weird dream, but I double-checked my call history, and sure enough, there's a random call at 2:13 a.m. She says it sounds like someone or something was trying to lure me out, but I'm not sure exactly what happened. Super weird night. LOL. I don't know if I would chalk that up to a mimic, because that could be AI. That could be somebody that took her buddy's name or voice and thought, I'm gonna actually lure this woman or man, I don't know, I was just assuming, but lure this person out and fucking rob them or steal them or something,
Yeah.
So I don't know about that.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I feel like spirits don't usually call on the phone.
Yeah.
That's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird, especially like that it came up on the call history, because like say like even if it wasn't you're like fucking with your head, like I feel like it would be like it wouldn't actually have physical proof, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't just call you and
like,
I know what you did last summer. Like that's the vibe.
Exactly.
So the first one for sure, because like it happened in her home. It was like her boyfriend's voice, and she was like in the house, and it had nothing to do with technology really. It wasn't the boyfriend calling her on the phone. This one I think it's like sounds like a college scam.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why we're fucking here, because we're here to talk about the things that could very well be paranormal, and we're going to be the first to admit that that doesn't sound paranormal to us.
Yeah,
and that's why I like doing this.
Urging him to come downstairs, but he quickly sensed something was off. This wasn't actually his wife. Some viewers speculated it could be a skinwalker, while others believed it might have been a mimic, a sinister entity known to imitate familiar voices. Some viewers suggested that the presence of a Ouija board alone might explain why Ali is experiencing paranormal activity in his home. For those unfamiliar with mimics, they are supernatural entities believed to imitate the voices of people you know. They do this to trick and confuse you, hoping you'll let your guard down. Many people report hearing what sounds like their own voice or that of a loved one, only to discover no one was actually there. But Ali wasn't the only one haunted by this mysterious mimic. Another couple had an even scarier experience that took things to a new level. In a video, a husband and wife were in bed asleep when a sudden sound at the entrance door woke them. The husband immediately reacted, getting up to check, while the wife felt it was unnecessary to investigate so late at night. 0.
तुम्हें बाहर जाना जरूरी है क्या?
एक में क्या? देख तो लेता हूँ कौन है।
8. Despite her hesitation, he went to the door anyway. As he approached the living room entrance door with fear, he heard a faint whisper that sounded like their son's voice. 1.
Not even above ghosts.
Oh my god, it says, Daddy, can you let me in?
No.
What the fuck?
The frightening encounter had shaken him so much that he felt he had to go back to his room. And just when you think these creepy incidents couldn't get any stranger, a mother was at home alone with her baby daughter Mina when she suddenly heard the sound of a baby crying elsewhere in the house. She was likely feeding Mina when the strange sound started. Although it sounded just like a baby's cry, she quickly realized it wasn't coming from her daughter. It was something mimicking the sound.
Help!
0.
So we are just home with Mina. It's just me and Mina. She's totally fine. And I keep hearing the noises sound like a baby's crying. Seem like a sound of Mina. She's a crying. What the hell?
Oh no.
Whoa.
What is again happening?
That's crazy.
Get out!
When the door suddenly shut itself in front of her, most people would have run away in fear, but instead, she stepped into the room, determined to investigate what had just happened. Then came a similar, chilling experience, this time captured in a TikTok video posted by Demontix. A man was home alone when he suddenly began hearing the voices of his daughters coming from their rooms, even though he knew they had gone to school earlier that day. Startled and suspicious, he grabbed his phone to record the scene, hoping to capture whatever was happening. 0.
I don't know how to explain this, but my daughter's at school, and I keep hearing something called. Did you hear that? Oh my god. Brooke,
no.
are you here? Brooklyn.
As he approached their room, he called out their names to confirm if he was really hearing their voices. And he was. 0.
There's literally no one here. Like,
38. The creepy experience left him so scared that he started to wonder if it was time to move out of the house. However, in a TikTok video from April 2024, a little boy was playing with his toys indoors while his mom was outside in the garden. He was using her phone to film himself as he arranged his toys. Suddenly, he heard a voice that sounded just like his mom calling him, so he quickly answered. 0.
Come in. Come in.
Huh. Poor kid, that'd be so scary.
When he checked, he realized it hadn't been his mom. It was something strange trying to copy her voice. He returned to his toys as he continued playing. Viewers noticed someone's legs passing in front of the camera while the boy was away, and his mom was still outside. People online started guessing that the legs might belong to something that was trying to look or sound like the boy or his mom. Could this be staged? It looks
Wait
like
a
there might be
minute.
an edit in the video. In another video, a woman was in the kitchen making extra food for her husband, who hadn't come home from work yet. He had told her he might bring a friend over, so she was busy chopping potatoes.
Babe, are you home? What the heck? The door's still locked. The door's not even open. Okay, anyway.
She heard what sounded like her husband's voice calling her. Confused, she looked around and saw that the door was still locked, so he couldn't have come in. Thinking she might just be hearing things, she ignored it and kept cooking, but the strange sounds continued. She started to wonder if someone was playing a prank on her.
Somebody playing a prank on me? Did you hear that? Babe, are you home?
Instead of just calling out, she could have picked up her phone to call him and check where he was. 039.
Oh, nope, I just got touched. Nope.
In July 2024, a TikTok user named Vseat uploaded a video showing a strange experience a man, likely a store owner or employee, had while closing shop for the night. While locking the doors, he heard faint whispers that sounded like they were mimicking him. 0.
Okay, so I'm here at work. Bro, I'm telling you, you heard that, right? I'm closing. And I'm like hearing stuff, bruh. I'm like closing right now, and I'm hearing, bruh, come on, man. Nobody's in here. I'm literally closing. Yo. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but it's been like really active here lately. Just wanted to show you guys.
At first, he tried to ignore them, but the whispers became unsettling, echoing with chilling words like, die. Growing uneasy, he raised his voice, trying to drown out the whispers, as if to prove to himself he wasn't scared. He even checked the store's CCTV footage, hoping to catch someone else in the act, but there was no one in sight. The whispers continued, leaving him shaken and questioning whether he was alone in the store. If you thought that was unsettling, prepare yourself for an even stranger story. In Brazil, a man named Giovanni Lima and his girlfriend Laura were living a normal life, until strange things started happening. One night, while they were sleeping, Giovanni woke up to a voice outside his room. It sounded just like his girlfriend Laura, but he knew it wasn't really her. Something was mimicking her voice, and it was creepy. 0.
Oh my god.
Chu, acorda. Tá aqui.
What's around their door, man?
A week later, things got even worse. Giovanni and Laura tried placing protective symbols on their door and setting up ritual items like candles and salt to keep the mimic away, but it didn't work. One.
Vai embora da minha casa agora!
Deixa entrar.
Você não é bem-vindo aqui!
Oh my god! Oh, fuck that!
Sou eu.
Vai embora!
Me deixa entrar.
Oh my god.
Ele não tá passando. Ele não vai passar. Ele não passa.
Me deixa entrar.
5. Some viewers suggested that they get a dog or a cat to help keep the strange presence away, while some others mentioned that the mimic was feeding off his fear as he kept responding to it. 1:45.
Guys, I'm home alone. I'm by myself and there's something at my door and I don't know what it is. What the fuck?
11. In this video posted on Instagram by the user Ben Forever, a scary incident happened to a woman named Kaylee while she was home alone taking care of her pets. She was watching TV when she suddenly started hearing strange.
Oh my god.
Let me in, you fucking bitch.
Please, no!
11:55. Some viewers suggested that the incident seemed like a prank, with someone possibly holding a flashlight behind the door and making scary sounds. Meanwhile, in another creepy corner of the internet, Matthew, a young TikTok creator, lives in a house where strange, spooky things often happen. He was used to these weird experiences, but one day, something especially unsettling occurred. While Matty was home alone, he suddenly heard his voice coming from somewhere else in the house.
I'm crazy. I'm home alone. I'm hearing myself. I hear my own voice. I'm hearing my own voice. I'm telling you, bro. I hear my own... Listen. Listen. Bro, I'm bugging. Yo! What the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
Yo! Who is it?
9. At first he was confused and a bit scared because he knew no one else was there. He listened closely as the voice kept echoing, sounding exactly like him. Panic set in, and he called out, "Who is it?" But quickly realized that the voice truly sounded like his own.
The fuck? Yo! That's my voice! What the fuck
0.
is going...
As the strange phenomenon continued, Matthew grew increasingly shaken, repeatedly exclaiming in shock. By the end of the clip, he was visibly unsettled, struggling to make sense of what had just happened. This was not the only strange experience in the house. One day, Matthew's mother noticed the light in their pantry turning off and on, blinking repeatedly. When she went to check it out, she heard a voice that sounded just like Matthew's, as if they were having a real conversation. Confused, she came upstairs and found Matty playing video games, completely unaware of the voice she had heard. 0.
What's going on?
The light in the pantry is going on and off, on and off. Then it blinks, then it's on and off. Then I come out to see what's going on, and it sounds like you're having you said something to me, like you were having a conversation with me, and you're up here playing video games. I don't know. And then the dog's so...
After she talked about her strange experience, the family dog suddenly started barking, which made things even more mysterious. Not long after these strange events started, Matthew was home alone when he noticed some weird things happening in the house. He saw the dining room chairs had been turned upside down all by themselves, like a poltergeist, something that can move things around without anyone there. 0.
Oh, fucking floor, man. That's a nice floor, Mark.
Okay.
Floor.
These two chairs have been here. This chair has not been there. That chair should be here, and I literally just heard that, like that, and that chair should be fucking here, bro. Like, those two chairs, okay, this chair should not fucking be here.
After that, he went back upstairs to his room. Then he heard his mom calling his name, but he knew she wasn't home. He quickly grabbed his camera to record what was going on. 1.
Yo, I'm about to throw the fuck up. I was just downstairs and I heard something walk up the stairs. All the dogs were downstairs. And now I come upstairs and I fucking just swear to God, I just heard my mom. I just heard my mom say my name and I'm not even fucking around. Bro. I'm about to throw up. Tell me you just didn't hear that.
Strangely, his dogs didn't react at all. Maybe they were used to these strange happenings, or maybe this video was just a trick. These creepy events only seemed to grow more disturbing, pulling Ryda and Rick into a chilling experience they never expected. A father and son who usually share light-hearted videos about their relationship, they found themselves confronting something called a mimic. In the video, Ryda was watching TV when Rick came in to join him. Suddenly, Rick heard a voice that sounded just like his dad's, even though his dad was sitting right there. Surprised and curious, Rick quickly grabbed his phone to record what was happening. 0.
The fuck? Oh.
You heard that?
I heard something.
That sounded like your name, your fucking voice saying, hey. Dude.
Things got even creepier when they heard the voice again, coming from somewhere else in the house. Rick was confused and scared as he tried to figure out where the voice was coming from, worried that their home might be haunted. He even reminded his dad of this fear.
Literally no one fucking in here. What the fuck? Was that? Please tell me that was you.
That wasn't me.
My fucking ass. That come from my fucking room?
It sounded like it come from your room.
I'm telling you, this fucking house is haunted, dude.
57. But can a mimic be in a house without it being haunted? Some people believe it's possible, but it's mysterious and unsettling. Meanwhile, in another creepy situation, a young girl was left home alone after her mom went to a church event. Not long after her mom left, the girl heard a knock on the door and a voice that sounded just like her mom's. Feeling nervous, the girl got ready in case something strange happened as she waited to see if the door would open. 0.
¿Qué? ¿Qué? Sacándome las cejas.
She was shocked because she didn't expect her mom to be back so soon. Even if her mom was back, she would have used her keys to open the door. 026.
What's up, y'all? It's Taco Tuesday, and I made tacos. What?
A mom who usually makes food videos on TikTok started having some strange experiences at home. One day, while she was filming her taco chicken recipe, she heard her daughter calling her from another room. 0.
Ren! What? Why you call me? You didn't just call me? You didn't say nothing? You playing or did you call me or not? I swear to God, I know that I'm not tripping. Maybe it was something else, but I know that I'm not tripping.
She answered back, thinking it was her daughter, but soon realized that her daughter wasn't even there. It was something copying her daughter's voice. This really freaked her out, but she went back to making her video, trying not to get distracted by what just happened. In a TikTok video that went viral for over a month, a content creator set up his camera to record when he suddenly heard someone calling his name from behind a curtain. 0.
Shit. Come here.
Since he lives alone, there was no one else who could be hiding there or playing a prank on him. The voice kept calling his name strongly, and he didn't know what to do. 0.
Open the window.
Crazy.
That was freaking creepy. So what did you think about that?
I think some of them could definitely be staged. But like a lot of them, creepy. I don't know.
In that question, he said, do you think that there could be mimics without your house being haunted? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so, because like mimics they're not really ghosts. You know what I mean?
See, that's kind of what I'm having a hard time like figuring out is like if they're not ghosts, then what could it be? You know?
Maybe
Like
demon or something.
Some sort of demon? So you think it's like demonic. So mimic is something demonic and not like a ghost. Like I think a ghost is human. Like I normally would associate a ghost with being human. So a mimic is something that's demonic.
Yeah.
So you could, like, call upon maybe something like this. That's crazy. That's creepy. You know what maybe we should cover the next episode is poltergeists and get into somewhat, I think this is a great way to start the path towards demonic possession. Something we know a lot about.
Yeah, indeed.
Kind of, it's close to home that, so...
Alright guys, that's it. Thanks for watching our first ever episode of us being official co-hosts together.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Neighbor Network. Please make sure to hit subscribe and like the videos for more content. Take care of yourself, guys. Until next week, we'll see you then.